Hi, welcome to today's full body ritual for grounding and release. We're going to use this practice to reconnect to our body's innate wisdom and knowing. What you might need today is a blanket so that you're super comfortable. We're going to take this practice really slowly so that we have opportunities to really connect to what's going on in here. If at any point any of this feels a little bit too much, feel free to come back to the breath, come back to your space and pause. Let's begin. So we're going to start laying on our backs. And if it's available to you, bring the soles of the feet together and allow the knees to fall wide. Now just take a moment here to just check in with how that's feeling. If that feels a little bit too much on the hips, we may just want to bring the soles of the feet on the mat first of all, and just give yourself a little bit of chance to settle in here. If this is feeling good, but it's maybe a little bit uncomfortable in the lower back, just press into the edges of the feet, lift the hips and just settle that lower back. Soften the shoulders down into the ground, tuck the chin, lengthen through the back of the neck. And we'll rest the hands on the belly if that feels comfortable. And just come to this space without changing anything, without forcing or judging. Just notice what you're noticing. Breathe in here. Allow the breath to flow in its natural state. As we move through today's ritual, we're going to move the body and guide through a practice that will help support grounding and release. Now, with all of the practices that we do, there is no force or there is no pressure to get anything right or correct. This isn't about a full yoga practice in any way. This is exploration in the body using movement. This is allowing time and space for yourself to connect, to listen and acknowledge your innate knowing, your innate wisdom deep within the sacred body that is unique to you. So if at any point in this practice, if you wish to shift and change in a different way to what I'm guiding, that is welcome. So coming back to the breath, I invite you to explore deepening your inhale and slowly lengthening your exhale. And just see that as you play with the breath here, as you explore the deepening and the lengthening, does anything shift or change within the body? Do you notice different sensations? Do you notice the body's ability to surrender or soften just a fraction more? And just taking this time to encourage the mind into the present moment. If it's wandered off, that's okay. Invite it to come all the way back to this moment, right here, right now, with your physical body and your sacred bodies. These practices work much more deeply if we bring all of us along. So that in mind, let's take a full breath here as you inhale. Lengthening as you exhale. Taking the arms wide. The palms face down towards the ground. Just allow them to fall wherever feels comfortable. And we'll take an inhale here. And as you exhale, we'll stack the left leg on top of the right, finding a twist. Allow the left hip to lift. Encourage the left shoulder to be heavy. We're going to move with our breath here. So as you inhale, we're going to open the legs. Come back to that butterfly pose. And as you exhale, the right knee stacks on top of the left this time, finding the twist in the opposite direction. Maybe you gaze in the opposite direction to the knees. So as we inhale, everything comes back to center. The knees fall wide. And as you exhale, the knees stack. And the head and the face gaze in the opposite direction. So moving with your breath here again. There is nothing to get right here. There is nothing to be perfect about. I just invite you to really begin to get to know the sensations within your body. So if there's tightness or tension or your body speaking to you in any way during this movement, allow the space, allow the time, allow the acknowledgement to connect with that. To create space for that. So keeping this movement flowing just for a couple more breaths here. Lovely. And then making this your last one, we're going to come all the way back to center. Knees fall wide. Inhale deep. Soften as you exhale. Lovely. Sliding the hands to the outer edges of the thighs. Just help the knees come into center. Draw one knee and then the other knee into the chest. And just give yourself a hug here. And then take some intuitive movement. So maybe there's a little bit of rocking in the hips or some circling in the knees. Just beginning to wake up the body in a way that feels really aligned with you, really authentic to how your body is asking to be woken up and moving. And then when you're ready, we're going to drop the soles of the feet back to the ground. We're going to take the right leg and stack it on top of the left. So the right ankle is stacked on the left thigh. The right knee falls nice and wide. Finding a figure of four shape with the legs. Option is to stay here if this feels enough. Or if it's available to you, we can draw that left knee in towards you and take the hands behind the hamstring or even to the shin. And just notice where you're feeling this. And take the opportunity here to really move in an intuitive way once again. So taking maybe a little rocking from side to side. Maybe there's some circling here. And taking this time and this space to be present. To be slow, to be gentle. And we'll find a pause here. Let's take a full breath as you inhale and exhale. Great. Release the hands if you have them around that left leg. And we're going to take the hands to the right foot as you drop the left foot down to the ground. Lovely. So you've still got the right foot in the air. We'll take the right hand to the outer edge of the left foot, and we're going to find a half happy baby here. So flex into the right foot, send the sole of the foot to the sky as the right knee falls wide. The left hand can come to the left hip. And the option again is to move if that feels good, if that feels needed. It might be stillness. Just listening with every single moment here to the body. What is the body asking for? Breathe in. Being present. One more full breath here as you inhale and exhale. Great, release the foot. We'll draw both knees back into the chest. Just take that movement again. Any circles in the hips, circling the knees, or rocking from side to side. Before once again releasing the feet to the floor. This time we'll stack the left ankle on top of the right thigh, finding that figure of four shape again. We can stay here if this is available, or we can draw the right knee in towards the chest, taking hold of the hamstring or the shin. Flexing actively into this left foot, and once again exploring movement here. A little rocking from side to side, a circling with the legs. Or if it's needed, you can pause, find stillness. Explore. Breathe in. One more full breath here, inhaling and exhaling. And then once again, sliding the hands to take hold of that left foot. Release the right foot down. We'll flex into the left foot as you take the left hand to the outer edge of the left foot and flex that foot up towards the ceiling, half happy baby. Maybe there's movement, maybe it's stillness. Also acknowledging if it's different this side to the other side. You may already know why. But again, releasing judgment, releasing reasoning, and just exploring. Allow the body to be held in an acknowledgement from you. Lovely. Let's find stillness. Full breath. Inhale. And exhale. Release the foot. Hug the knees in. Just for one more final movement here. And then rolling onto one side. We're just going to press ourselves up to find a tabletop position. We ground down into the hands, knees underneath the hips. Let's just find a little cat-cow movement here. So as you inhale, we'll drop the belly, open the heart, lift the gaze. And as you exhale, press the hands down, draw the belly in and round through the spine. Inhale, we come forward, opening the heart, lifting the gaze. And as you exhale, we round. Now keeping the breath flowing. If you have the option to stay with this, with your cat-cow, or if there's any other movement calling out to you, I invite you to go with it. Is there a shifting in the hips, a little figure of 8 in the body, almost a barreling in the torso? Is there a little drop in? Is there any pausing that needs to happen here? It may help if you close down the eyes or soften the gaze if that feels comfortable. But really allowing this time to explore all the edges of the body, all the edges and corners, nooks and crannies of the little areas of this amazing body that you have. And if there's tightness that shows up, you already know where the tightness is. Can you create space for it? Rather than ignoring it, or rather than asking it to perform in a way that doesn't feel as if it fits how it's feeling, can you just allow that time to work into that, to explore? Maybe ask the body, ask your internal knowing if there's any message, if there's any information that you're needing from your body right now about that specific area. Let's take a few more breaths here to really connect with that. One more full breath here, inhaling and exhaling. Great, let's walk the hands further forward. We're going to slide the right knee behind the right wrist, shift the right foot across to the left side of the mat as we find our pigeon pose. It might help to slide that left leg slightly further away to the back of the mat. And just take a moment here to get comfortable. So roll the shoulders back and down. Think about flexing into that right foot. Let's take an inhale, lift nice and tall. And as you exhale, let's fold. Now, if this is in a normal movement practice of yours, the pigeon pose, feel free to go where feels good. You may wish to stack the fists and release the forehead down. The forehead might come all the way down to the ground. But once again, I really encourage you to use this time to get to know what the body is saying, is asking, rather than putting it into a posture and asking it to perform. So when you've arrived in a place that feels good here, breathe into the back body. And as you exhale, softening into the hips. Maybe the hips are feeling a little bit stiff. Maybe they feel dense and heavy. That's okay. You can feel that we carry a lot sometimes in this area. So really exploring what might be coming up for you here. And each and every single one of you is completely unique and completely different. So with that in mind, I invite you so strongly to let go of anything that you already know, already are aware of, and simply in this moment, asking your body, your sacred, amazing body, there's anything, any message, any symbol, any sign that you need to know right now. Breathe in here. Let's take one more full breath here as we inhale and exhale. Gently lifting the head, using the hands to support you, coming all the way up. Let's drop the right hip down towards the ground as we circle this left leg all the way around, finding a half Lord of Fishes position. So grounding down the left foot on the outer edge of the floor where the right thigh is. Sitting nice and tall. Let's take an inhale. And as you exhale, the left hand comes behind the left hip as we hug the right knee into the chest, looking over the left shoulder. Breathe in here. And just as you did in your pigeon, explore the messages, explore the insights. Full breath here, inhaling and exhaling. Let's unravel the body, uncross the legs, bring the soles of the feet to the floor, and just taking a little shift from side to side here with the knees. Just release, give a little bit of movement into the hips here. And then when you're ready, either swinging the legs round or crossing over the ankles. And once again, let's find that tabletop. You've got the option here to take a little bit more movement in that cat-cow. Maybe a little shifting into the hips. But when you're ready, we'll find that to the other side. So the left knee slides forward behind the left wrist. Right foot comes over to the right side of the mat as you slide the right leg away. Find that pigeon pose. Prop up onto fingertips first of all. Create that little bit of length into the spine as you inhale. Exhale, we soften and surrender. And once again, let's acknowledge if one side feels different than the other. Ability to feel safe and secure, of your basic needs taken care of. Creativity, sexuality, expression. All of these aspects live and form themselves energetically within the pelvis, within the hips. So as you explore the messages that are coming up, allowing that to maybe guide you with your insights. help him, the mind, deeper understand what the body is trying to communicate. Breathe in here. Let's take one more full breath here. Inhaling deep. Exhaling long. Lifting the head. Using the hands to support you to rise all the way up. And then we'll drop that left hip down towards the ground as we circle the right leg all the way around. Ground the foot into the floor, sitting nice and tall. Take an inhale. Exhale, right hand comes behind the right hip. Hug the knee into the chest with the left arm and take the gaze over the right shoulder. Breathe. Checking in with the mind. Is it still present? Is it still here, supporting the body, supporting the grounding and releasing that's happening here in the hips? If it's wandered off, that's okay. With love and compassion to ourselves, we just invite it back. Breathe in here. Be in here. One more full breath. Inhaling. And exhaling. Unravel the body, uncross the legs. Take the hands behind you, soles of the feet to the ground. Take that shift in the knees just to release into the hips here. And then when you're ready, we'll find a cross-legged position here. Sitting nice and tall, lengthen the spine, energy rising through the crown of the head. So we're going to take one of the legs into your hands. So similar as we did when we were on our backs. We're going to flex into the foot and take hold of the foot with the hand. We can have a hand supporting on the knee here. And just making sure that your foundation feels really supportive. So you may want to take this bottom foot slightly further away from the hips. And this doesn't need to look like anything. It doesn't need to be anything. What we're encouraging here is, again, that exploration deep into the pelvis, deep into the hips. So let's take some movement. So maybe there's some circling here, and maybe that feels like you've got lots of movement. Maybe it just feels like a gentle rocking. That's okay, that's welcome. Maybe there's a little back and forward sway from side to side. Whatever it looks like, it's unique to you, and that's amazing. So go with what feels good and explore what's coming up. If this feels a lot and it feels a bit heavy in the thigh here, offer yourself love and compassion. It might be that you need to take the leg slightly lower so that you can really listen to the messages. But be in here, closing down the eyes. We soften, we acknowledge, and we listen. And this time, as we explore those messages, those insights the body has given us, just ask him if there's any actions, if there's any changes, any movement or different approaches that need to happen for the body to be really supported and for things to shift and change in alignment with what you need or want. So really encouraging the conversation to go deeper here. Listening. Breathe in. One more full breath. Inhale. And exhale. And then slowly bring that movement to stillness as we release the foot gently down towards the ground. Just take a little moment here, let the hips settle. And then we'll take that to the other side. So picking up the opposite foot and flexing into that foot, take hold of the foot, support the knee and create the movement. Now, lovingly accepting that one side will definitely, most likely, feel different to the other side. Wherever it is that you are with this, it's just where you need to be right now, and that's perfect. So really allowing this level of acceptance to come up. If this feels a little bit too much, you can just absolutely stay seated and be with the body, keeping your awareness in the hips. Lovely. Closing down the eyes, softening the gaze, go inward, inquire, explore. What actions, what changes, what shifts do you need to do in order to create a more aligned and fulfilling life? Breathe in here. Be in here. One more full breath. Inhaling. And exhaling. Slowly come to stillness. Release that leg down. And come to a comfortable seated position. Keeping the gaze inward. Your awareness within. Just tuning into the subtle energies of the body. You may have already got exactly what it is that you need to hear today. It may be that you need to inquire more. Or it may be that you've heard just enough. Just enough for where you are right now, and all of that is perfect. So staying here with the body, with the breath, with your new level of awareness. Breathe in here. As we internally thank the body for its wisdom, for its communication, and for the role that it plays in this beautiful human experience. Let's take an inhale. Rise the arms wide, reaching the hands high and connecting the palms. And as you exhale, we'll draw the prayer in towards the heart space. Bring the hands to head for strength. The hands to the mouth for kindness. And the hands to the heart for freedom. Thank you and well done for listening to your body. Taking the time now to journal, to create space, to get clear on the messages and the insights that your body has given you today. I'd love to hear how you get on. Please feel free to leave a comment. Thank you for joining me. See you next time.